Joining me now, we have Virginia Congressman Suhas Subramaniam. He serves on the House Oversight, Science and Ethics Committees. Congressman, good to see you again, sir. So, what is your response to Todd Blanche's comments today, refusing to promise the DOJ will act independently of the White House and saying there's nothing inconsistent about Trump pledging to protect law enforcement while pardoning January 6 rioters?
Yeah, I don't think Todd Blanche understands who he is supposed to be working for. He's supposed to be working for the American people, and the Department of Justice is supposed to look out for the justice of the American people, not the president. The president is not supposed to be his boss, but he doesn't see it that way, right? And so what he wants to do is come up with legal theories to protect the president in any way possible and to continue cover-up after cover-up that we've seen in this administration. And I think people are sick of it. I cannot believe he was confirmed. It just shows that Republicans in Congress, especially in the Senate, seem to be rubber stamping things that even they have spoken out about in the past with previous departments of justice. So this is unprecedented and continuing the cover-up of this administration.
Yeah, unprecedented for a president's personal defense attorney to become the Attorney General of the United States. But let's move to the top Oversight Committee Democrat Robert Garcia, who condemned a DOJ memo stipulating that President Trump can claim executive privilege over communications with private advisors. So what are your concerns that this move could allow the White House to withhold information from Congress, potentially shield allies from congressional subpoenas, particularly in the Epstein investigation? And what can Democrats realistically do if the administration refuses to comply?
Sure. So let's understand what they're trying to do. Private advisors is such a broad term. It can include pretty much anyone. So even someone who's not necessarily in the administration could be covered by a private advisor, right? So if Steve Bannon's calling the president, or if the president talks to someone about a shady deal that he wants to do on the side and have them work with his son or son-in-law, right? So that is just going to continue the corruption, continue the cover-ups. And this is meant to prevent Democrats from trying to get the documents we need to prove that they are engaged in unprecedented corruption. We will take them to court. We will have people take them to court because this is illegal and this is unconstitutional. And the whole point of some of these laws we have in place already is to get transparency so that we know when there is outrageous corruption. We know when there is a cover-up, an illegal cover-up. And so certainly we will continue to push, even if they try to come up with these legal theories to protect the president.
So this week, a woman in your Virginia district, Carolina Molina, posted a video showing a masked ICE agent pointing a gun at her as she filmed him with her cell phone. Molina, who is a U.S. citizen, says that agents blocked her vehicle after she confronted them. Now, DHS claims she tried to endanger officers, but dashcam footage doesn't show her trying to hit them. You spoke with Molina, so what did she tell you, and what questions do you have for DHS about this agent's conduct?
Yeah, she is scared for her family. She's scared for herself, but she refuses to stop speaking out. She is going to continue to push them on releasing their footage, as well as to do a full investigation of what happened. Basically, what happened was she was minding her own business, right? She was driving in her car, and she yelled something at the ICE officers. They called them a hoe, something. And, a lot of people yell at ICE officers these days. And so the ICE officer decided that he would pull a gun on her and point it at her head. That was the response. And that is completely illegal. It should be reprimanded immediately, and there should be a full investigation. The problem is that this Department of Justice, this FBI, will not hold ICE accountable. In fact, they are actively covering up for ICE, and they continue to hold the people who are being accosted, who are having guns pointed on them, who are getting shot in some cases. They're holding them responsible for those incidents when it's clearly not the case. In cases like this, and like with Renee Good, we have the video of what was taken by private citizens. And so we know that it was the fault of ICE. But the administration continues to push this narrative that ICE needs to be protected at all costs, even when they break the law themselves.
She calls him a name. These are really tough guys, these ICE guys. Can't even be called a name. Good grief. So Democrats at the DNC's summer meeting yesterday approved dueling resolutions over whether ICE should be abolished or reformed. The vote is not binding. It does not set the party's platform, but it comes after the administration this week said it plans to spend about $20 million equipping immigration officers with gloves that deliver powerful electric shocks. They're supposed to be used as a de-escalation tool. But does the party's disagreement on ICE, does it hinder its ability to stand up to the administration's immigration agenda? Should there be a unified message going into the midterms?
Well, I think we're more unified than people think. You know, the reality is we want ICE as we know it to get completely overhauled. ICE has tens of billions of dollars. They're funded like a paramilitary. I have not voted for one dime for ICE, nor will I in the future because of the way that they have handled American citizens, right? And so this is not immigration enforcement. Democrats are still supportive of general immigration enforcement of the laws, but not this. This is completely out of bounds, even for the people who voted for President Trump. One of the Trump voters in my district was accosted by ICE himself because he looked Hispanic, because he was Hispanic. And so that is what Democrats and even some Republicans now are saying when it comes to ICE, is that we need to completely overhaul it. You can get rid of it and bring up another agency to do immigration enforcement. But what we need to understand is that ICE is not doing the job of immigration enforcement. They are doing the job of a paramilitary, essentially.
Congressman Suhas Subramanian, it's always good to see you, my friend. Thank you much.